I've been using this tool for a long time to edit videos. I have introduced it to you a few times before. This cool tool is called Filmora. To become a YouTuber, you must know how to edit videos. And you can become a YouTuber just by knowing this. However, learning video editing at first could be difficult. But after using this tool, video editing will be very easy. When I upload a compilation video, I use this tool to combine videos and upload them in just 10 minutes. I cut out the unnecessary parts, adjust the sound, insert the necessary text, and make everything smooth. What surprised me the most is that Filmora 11 has plug-in Boris FX and NewBlue. Boris FX is the leading developer of visual effects software and plugins for film, video, and photography creative professionals. NewBlue offers intuitive, powerful post-production plugins and live graphics solutions to simplify complex editing tasks. These two plugins are good for editors who like to make high-tech, spatial, futuristic cosmic videos, which makes Filmora much more powerful. 11 YouTubers are required to use Filmora 11's new features to create a dancing video together. Pretty cool. I'll tell you a secret. That charming dancer is from Korea. Click the link in the description to watch the full dance video. You can also download using the link in the description, and you can try Filmora for free before you can make any purchases. Keep in mind, the free trial will have a watermark. But here's the deal. If you share this video on Twitter with the hashtag MadeWithFilmora, I'll pick 3 lucky winners and offer you a free Filmora account.
Hi, my name is Prarana from India, and this is a real scary story of my life. This happened to me on the 13th of August, 2020. Don't think this is a lie. What I am saying is true. This is a real story of my life. During the pandemic, while the lockdown was all over the world, I was super bored at home. I was getting lazy. I didn't know what to do because I have no siblings and my cousin's house was far. I watched a lot of horror things on my tablet and really enjoyed them, but especially the Ouija board videos. It's super creepy and cool, and I was thinking I should try it. I told my dad I need it, but he just said, "No, dear, because this is so creepy, and this is a total lie, and this is also expensive," which was a real bummer because I really wanted a Ouija board. But then I got an idea. A lot of things, like games, show up in the Play Store, so maybe I can find a Ouija board app there. I first searched in mobile, but the screen is so small. Then I decided to download the app on my tablet because that has a bigger screen, right? So I downloaded it and opened the Ouija board app. I was so excited to start playing with it. There were a lot of instructions about how to talk to the spirits respectfully. For example, the instructions said to ask, "What is your name? Where are you from? How old are you?" Things like that. So, okay, that seemed easy enough. I started to play and asked the questions that the instructions said to ask, but I was so curious. So I asked, "Will you kill me?" Suddenly, the screen was covered in blood, and I was so scared that I said goodbye quickly. Looking at the reviews, I saw one of them that said, "I was playing this game, then I said goodbye immediately. I went to sleep and got up at 1:18 a.m., and I saw a figure in front of my window. I was so scared. I pretended like I was sleeping, and the figure went away. I was so scared, hoping it wouldn't happen to me, but I thought I was different." That night, I was sleeping in my bed with my mom, while my dad slept in another room to work on his computer for office work. I slept well, but woke up in the middle of the night. I looked at a clock, and it said 1:27 a.m. I thought I was safe for a moment, that I'd slept through the time the review said, and then I saw it. The review said they saw one figure, but I saw 3. 3 girls. One was a small girl holding a doll, and another girl had nothing in her hand, and they were watching me. They were so scary, with big wide eyes standing in front of the door. It was locked, and I tried to wake my mom up by shaking her. I couldn't get any words out. When my mom opened her eyes, I tried to show her the figures, but they were gone. How? My mom asked in our native language, "What happened, Tobu? Why did you wake me up?" I said, "Nothing, Mom. I just saw a cockroach, and it is gone, so don't worry. Go back to sleep, Mom." She was confused at first, but went back to sleep. I barely slept all night, and when I got up in the morning, I deleted that Ouija board app and went to brush my teeth. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a massive scratch on my face. Only one scratch. I don't play horror games with my relatives or others now.
I'm 25 years old now, and the experiences I'm about to share took place when I was 5 to 6 years old. At that time, me and my family were in a different state. My father worked at a local factory and we used to live in company quarters. It was a small apartment, had a living room, one bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. I don't remember much of my childhood there, but this thing I vividly remember. I still don't know if it was a sleep paralysis or a nightmare. I would frequently see some people during nighttime. This only happened a dozen times if I remember correctly. I sleep with my parents. As I told earlier, we had only one bedroom. These people would just walk around or perhaps just look at me. They don't intend it to harm me or frighten me. Whenever I see them, I can't speak and I couldn't get up, but I could turn my head and move my arm. The next thing I'm about to tell you is a bit hilarious. The only thing they did to me is tickle me. Yeah, I know I might be crazy, but that's the truth. Whenever I woke up at night, I just see them there, either just walk around the room or just look at me, or sometime even give little tickles. They were dark-toned and I don't remember seeing their faces, but I remember that their skin was rough and thorny, much like a croc skin. Now, I'm about to tell the experience I remember the most. As usual, I woke up in middle of the night. Mom and Dad were fast asleep. I sleep in between them as we had only one bed. And there they are in the kitchen, which is attached to the bedroom. We had a gas stove. And there were two of those people doing something on stove, turning their backs on me. As usual, can't make a sound, but I can move my arm. First, I tried to call Mom by poking with my hand. As I was about to do that, somehow one of them sensed it and turned and looked at me. I froze, didn't move a muscle. After he turned and returned to whatever he was doing, I decided to poke my father. As anticipated, when I was about to do that, the same guy sensed it again and just looked at me. Perhaps he was to warn me. Then everything went black. This was one of the few experiences I remember. But I'm sure they didn't harm me in any way, but they tickled me, which I disliked. I don't think I told my parents about them. Eventually, I also called them a name. I don't know when, how, or why I came up with such a name. I clearly remember the name though. I'm not saying that here. It's in native language and actually is a childish name and embarrassed to say it here. But the name is more synonymous to false god or false holiness. One other thing I remember is whenever I see them, I was not overly fearful or panicked. On the other hand, I was desperate to make them leave as I hated those tickles. After my 6th birthday, my father got transferred to a different place and we moved to another state and I didn't see them again. As I grew up, I came to know about sleep paralysis and lucid dreaming and accepted those as possible explanations. But something still fishy, as I described their bodies and feet. For a 5-year-old to imagine things with such details is impossible. Those scaly, thorny exteriors and the sequences they occurred can't just come from a 5-year-old's imagination. Well, I leave it for you to decide what it was. By the way, I'm still very ticklish to this day. Hypersensitive to tickles, actually.